Okay, so this is part two. The not so good stuff that's been happening. Okay. I don't even know where to begin with this. I kind of had a meltdown, and it's been a long time coming. It wasn't one particular thing that happened, and it wasn't, super, super scary where I was like suicidal or anything like that. But I did have a meltdown. And I basically stopped functioning for a whole week. I locked myself in my dorm and I didn't leave for probably 4 days. I just slept. And I wasn't super depressed or, crying or anything. I was just non functioning. I just was like, nope, can't function. So, it was weird. I didn't realize at the time that I was having like a meltdown because it just felt like the world just felt too overwhelming for me. Like I said, it wasn't like a depressive, like I wasn't depressed. It was more like just, I couldn't deal with the world. I was too freaked out and I didn't know why. And so I ended up opening up to one of my friends who recommended that I go to the counseling center. So I went to the counseling center and I was like, whatever, this is stupid. I'm fine, I'm just going through something weird. And she suggested that I saw a psychiatrist. Now, I didn't want to go. Not even gonna lie. I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna be put on medicine. I'm not gonna be told that I have some weird problem. This is stupid. I'm fine. I'm a college student. This is totally normal. Like, it's fine. I've been through a lot of shit this year, more than anybody else I know, and it's fine. So I went to see the psychiatrist and she talked to me for like 2 hours and she was like, you're fine, you're normal, there's nothing wrong with you, you're not psychotic or anything weird, but I do think you have a problem. And so I looked at her and I'm like, what's my problem? And she said, you have severe anxiety, and these little incidences that you keep telling me about are actually called panic attacks. And, that's why you're not functioning well, because there's a problem. And so I'm looking at her and I'm like, no, I don't have panic attacks. And it basically took her a long time to convince me that there was a problem. And she convinced me to try some medicine. And I was so against it. She told me to try it, and I did. And within 3 days, I was a completely different person. It was amazing. I felt fantastic. I felt more like myself than I had in probably 5 years. And then she warned me that there's a lot of side effects with these kind of drugs that, or not side effects, but when it's regulating, there could be problems. So the first couple days were great, but then I had a really bad episode or whatever, a really bad week where I just, again, I didn't want to function. I locked myself in my room. I didn't talk to any of my friends. I didn't go to any of my classes. I didn't do anything. I just slept. And I didn't eat anything. It was bad. And it affected my school so much. Like, oh my gosh, I was failing like 3 of my classes because of that, because of 1 week, because I missed a bunch of tests and I just didn't want to deal with anything and I was too stressed out. And the weird thing about the drugs is it makes your anxiety go way down so that you don't stress out like you used to. But it's also bad because when you need to stress out, it won't let you. So it's weird. It was weird to get used to. But anyways, long story short, I've been on it for about 3 months now. No, that's not true. I've been on it for about a month and a half. Not 3 months, a month and a half. And it's completely regulated and there's no side effects, and I'm in a really, really good place right now. My anxiety it's amazing how much that affects your life. I don't know if any of you guys have problems with anxiety or panic attacks or anything, but it's amazing how much that affects your life and you don't even realize it. You just assume that you're a worrier or that you stress out a lot, and you don't know that there's another way to be. And until you see what it's like. And now that I feel normal with my stress, it's amazing what I can get accomplished. I don't stress out about little tiny stupid things anymore. I'm a lot less like on edge all the time and less stuffy, and I feel like I relate and enjoy being around other people more. It's the weirdest thing in the world, and it completely changed my life. So that's one weird thing that happened. It was bad, but it turned out to be good. But the other stuff that happened, oh my gosh, okay. I met this guy. I'm not going to say his name. Well, his name is Shane. I met this guy, and it's a weird story. He ended up being the roommate of my old best friend, who I have not been in contact with for like 5 years. She moved away, and we lost touch, and I haven't been able to find her anywhere. And so I met this guy, and we clicked, and it turns out that his roommate is my old best friend that I couldn't find anywhere in the world. And I was like, what the hell? So it was really exciting. I got to see my old best friend, and we totally, it was like we never missed a beat. We picked up right where we left off, and I've been hanging out with her all the time now. And we sort of had this like whirlwind thing happen, where okay, I think I told you guys this before. I've never had a serious relationship before. I've dated a couple guys and stuff, but I've never had a relationship. I've never really done a lot of physical stuff, and it's a whole strange foreign world to me. So I meet this guy, and he's hot. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm not being modest. He is very attractive, and I couldn't believe how interested he was, because I feel so insecure about myself, and he's just like, wow, you're so beautiful, and you have a great personality, and we just clicked, and we have all these similarities, like little tiny things, and then we also have a lot of stuff that's different, so it's interesting. It's not like you're dating a version of yourself. It's like we're the perfect complement for each other, which is interesting. And on top of that, we have great chemistry. One of my goals, this is really embarrassing to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it. One of my personal goals was to be seriously, passionately kissed before I turned 22, which is stupid. I mean, who the hell cares, But I really, I was like, I want like a real, like passionate kiss. So like 4 days before my birthday, I went out on a date with him, and we came back to his apartment, and we were watching movies on the couch. And he started to snuggle me and or cuddle with me, and he was holding my hand, and it just felt natural, and it wasn't weird. And then we were hanging out in his room listening to music and watching TV and stuff, and like he kissed me, and it was amazing, and it was just like, I don't know, it was weird. I'm like beaming right now. It was awesome, and we made out for a really long time. Which is something that I've never done. So that was weird. But it didn't feel weird. And then I blew it. I accidentally fell asleep at his house in his bed with him. Like, we didn't do anything, but I fell asleep, and I woke up in the morning, and he was holding me around, and that just freaked me out. I don't know why. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, it's a really good thing that he was holding me. It's really cute and adorable, but it freaked me out. I panicked, and I got up, and I went in the living room, and I got my stuff together, and I was like, oh my God, I have to get out of here. And I didn't leave. I stuck around, and I went back, and, I brushed my hair and stuff, and I went back in the room, and I sat at the end of the bed, and he woke up, and he was really cute, and, trying to kiss me and stuff, and I pushed him away. Not literally, but I was like, no. And it wasn't because of him, it was because of me and my insecurities. I assumed that he didn't like me, and that he just wanted me because he wanted to make out with me, and all these stupid things. And then when he did like me, I didn't know what to do. I freaked out. And so I ended up leaving, and he walked me to my car, and it was just weird, because he was like, call me, and like, let's hang out, and you're gonna be back here soon, like, we're gonna, let's, like, he wanted to have a relationship. And I didn't call him for like a long time, and I didn't